Greetings, Earthlings. My name is Dustin Cormier. Welcome to How to Rock Astrology. Today, we are going to talk a little bit more about Mars in Libra, particularly when you have the combination of Mars in Libra in your chart with the Sun in Aries in your chart. We're going to talk a little bit about Mars in Libra. For more about Mars in Libra, check out the start of this series. I have a video just talking about the nature of Mars in Libra and the erotic nature of it. And then we're going to talk a bit about the Sun in Aries. So, again, look at Mars in Libra to see what it's about. But essentially, Mars in Libra, it asserts itself through expression of ideas, active communication, and energetic imagination. It's actually Mars in the air signs. Whenever it's in an air sign, it expresses this way. Mars in the air signs, Libra including, their physical energy is stimulated by mental challenges, social activism, relationships, and new ideas, right? Now this is the kind of Mars that is excited by the things around the action, the ring around the action. Libra is more about, like, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. Or I guess you could switch those in a funny way, but it's more about, like, the content of conversation. So Mars in Libra wants to be interesting, wants to have a thread, a story to tell, wants to know what's interesting, wants to be good at movies and culture in a certain way, wants to know what's beautiful, and to act, and is excited to build on things that it finds beautiful and people it finds beautiful. Beautiful ideas. These are all rather antagonistic in a funny way to Aries. This Sun and Mars are actually opposite each other. It's interesting to think that sometimes opposites do attract. And this is cool because the Sun is exalted in Aries and Mars is opposite the Sun, and oppositions can be very strong and positive because in the West, Western astrology suggests that any opposition has a bad energy. In Vedic astrology, any aspect is good as long as the two planets as long as the one aspect is friendly to the other. As long as one planet is friendly to the other. And not every planet shares this friendship. For example, if Mercury is opposite Saturn, Mercury, how would that go? Mercury is whatever. I can't think about that right now. A better example would be like the Sun and Venus. The Sun is neutral to Venus, I believe, but Venus is an enemy to the Sun, so the opposition won't be the same effect. I digress. With Sun and Mars, the Sun and Mars are both friends with each other. They're great friends. They're kind of like one hand washes the other. So the Sun here in Aries seeks to express itself through ennobling new action, transformative action, an action that fits the self. And that's very good for the Sun. The Sun is actually exalted in Aries, so you've got a good Sun already. Interestingly, also, the Sun has to express itself through Mars, because when the Sun is in Aries, Aries holds the energy of the Sun, and Mars holds the energy of Aries, right? So Mars's capacity to express itself is what the Sun leans on. So if your Venus is well placed for this Mars, then it's going to be really good for your Sun. In fact, for Mars in Libra, it's the most neutral place you could have Mars. The rest of the chart is going to define Mars' strength, whether this is a good, positively placed Mars or not. And already it is, because an opposition aspect it delights Mars, and enlivens Mars. And it also enlivens the Sun without, like, combusting Mars. It's a good position by Vedic accounts. Interestingly, so the Sun in Aries can be very set in its ways. I mean, not really. They'll expand and they'll dance and they'll challenge. The Sun gets off on challenges, even to its own self. The Sun is always just so good when it's in Aries. And Libra, the Mars in Libra here being exactly opposite, being in Libra shows that it'll bring out a content to the spontaneity of the sun, right? The sun is super spontaneous, but the Mars here is going to be tasteful about what it decides to be crazy and spontaneous about. They enliven each other. The Mars wants to be excited about ideas, the world of content, the world of figure and form and aesthetic and vibe and tone. This is a Mars that will get turned on by a lover who is silky and is nice and diplomatic. And the sun in Aries here is going to be catered to that, but then it's like once the relationship thing is figured out, it's like, okay, we have consent, right? We're all good and we're all juicy and cherry and everyone's loving each other. Now ready for this. Bang! And then then the sun in Aries comes out and it's this like wily, beastly thing. Which it can be very rock and roll and beefy and like masculinity at its best when the sun is in Aries. But there's a Mars and Libra here that it's like, am I squeezing these too hard? Am I like down here too much? Or in the woman's sake, it's like, you know, am I doing this all good for you? I mean, the Mars and Libra will come off like it totally is, obviously, just like the winner. I don't even have to ask that I'm kicking ass at what I'm doing. But there's a diplomacy there that kind of enlivens both sides of the thing. So it's not a bad thing. Now, the sun in Aries, I just talked a little bit, so we're going to jump right into sun in Aries, Mars in Libra. First thing I should do, we're going to talk about the sun in Aries, its turn-ons and turn-offs. So this is strictly at the sun level, right? Because we've talked a bit about Mars and Aries, what it's delighted by. So how does the sun in Aries work? Turn-ons and turn-offs. Nothing turns you on faster than a partner who takes you by surprise in the bedroom. So this is the ego, is the sun. This is what the thing wants. Mars is how it expresses itself, but this is your deeper lust and drive. Although ultra-romantic when it suits your mood, sun in Aries, you nevertheless enjoy a body romp in the hay. Your idea of a turn-on is a passionate, exhilarating lover who challenges you mentally as well as physically. While emotional games are a no-no in the Rams world, you adore intellectual and physical games. In a game of truth or dare, you're not afraid to own up to the truth, yet you can't resist a dare. True to Aries' desire to be first in everything, you enjoy making love early in the morning. You have no compunctions when it comes to trying new things. The more outrageous and exciting the innovations, the more you like them. You're fond of little presents, especially sex toys specifically designed to increase excitement and pleasure, that are just made for that purpose, you know, like when an Aries gets a gift, like they know exactly what's going on there. The head is your most powerful erogenous zone. So stroking your hair, rubbing your scalp, relaxes you and it heightens your sensations. You thrive on impulse and surprise, and the advances of a bold, inventive lover who catches you unaware provides a guaranteed turn-on. You are a doer, not a dreamer. Your fantasies, if you have any, all take place inside your head, and they don't seem like fantasies to you. They just seem like what I'm going to do tomorrow. Your tendency to dramatize your life and envision yourself as a mythological hero is not play acting. It's an integral part of who you are. Sexy role-playing games hold little, not so much appeal for you, although they might appeal to the Mars and Libra. You being that thing, or even just playing it with the Mars and Libra, would be excited about that and get excited for it. But eventually, once you get the sexual moment where it's like, okay, we've done the nurse and doctor thing, now that we're rocking and rolling, wow, it's just the pure sun in Aries. This is me the whole time, baby. So this is what this is saying. Sexy role-playing games hold little appeal for you because the only larger-than-life character you care to play is you. For an Aries, Sex for its own sake, without any personal connection, is definitely a turnoff. Just sex for sex's sake. Aries likes to feel like I'm fucking you and you are loving me. You're not loving a character. You're not loving sex for its own sake. Everything that I am is turning you on. You like sex and want it to be spicy, exciting, and fun. Yet, even in the absence of grand passion and lifelong devotion, you expect genuine warmth and a feeling of camaraderie between you and your bedmate. Like a friend vibe. Like, we're really both in this together kind of thing. Very cute. So let's take a look at the Sun in Aries with Mars in Libra. When we combine the Sun in Aries with Mars in Libra, what kind of personality do we get? Same book, Erotic Astrology. Relationships are central to your life. And while you may admire those who choose a freewheeling lifestyle, you want the companionship of a fulfilling union more than your independence. While a part of you may yearn to break all the rules, you're mostly aroused by slow, sensual lovemaking. Happy to take the lead between the sheets, you also enjoy being seduced into sweet submission. It's the Mars in Libra adds this surrender, this enjoyment, this invitation to let go of what the Sun in Aries is. You like being enticed into sex with kissing and touching designed to inflame your desire. Even so, an occasional erotic free-for-all satisfies your most primal urges. There's the Sun in Aries in here at some level is just ready to just like, it's like the Mars in Libra needs to be catered to. I got to put on something nice in a while, maybe a nice little candlelit dinner where we can really talk about something. And every once in a while, there's going to be this moment where it's just like you're watching something on TV and something erotic happens and you get the eyes, the fuck me eyes, or you give the eyes. If this is you or your partner. So that was hot. That was Sun in Aries with Mars in Libra. I'm Dustin Cormier. This is How to Rock Astrology. Tune in next time. Well, I'm going to be doing basically all of these Mars and Sun combinations, but I always got some fun stuff cooking on my channel, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like, subscribe, all that bone-tastic stuff. I'll see you guys on the next one.